Hi everyone, Jason here. Thanks for signing up this course. So you are lucky because I'm going to teach you to reskin a mobile app which has about 10 million downloads. So this app you can search it at Google Play Store. It is called Jungle Castle Run. So with about 100 plus levels, and as you can see here, it has about 10 million to 50 million downloads. So the size is only 5 MB, and it is by Simplify Apps. So you can see the ratings is about 83,000 as of now. So we are going to change this game character, this one, to the other game character, and then this coin or these coins to maybe diamonds or cherry. So we will just reskin all this to the other stuff. So these obstacles we change to the other stuff, and then this one also, enemy, we change to the other thing. So you will get the free source code on the next lecture. So I would suggest you to download this one, as it can give you a big picture of what you are going to change. So you must have some idea already in order to change or reskin this mobile app. So imagine how much money you can earn, because there may be a lot of people playing your game, and if your game has installed about 10 millions or 50 millions, so maybe you can earn a lot of money, maybe just 500 USD per day. So take advantage of this mobile app. So I'm going to teach you to reskin this mobile app. Thank you. After you downloaded these two files, one in Android Studio, the other one is Java JDK, I would suggest you to firstly install this one. So I will install the JDK first, double click this one, and then press next. So note that this is your Java JDK location, so you will need to make a note on this one. So I just open my notepad and just type this one for future references. So next, I will just click this one and install. So you will need to wait some times to download it. So click next. And then close. So you already install your JDK on your computer. Next, you will need to press this one, Android Studio. So I double click this one. So click next, and then uncheck these two. So we just need this Android SDK. So next. So this is Android SDK license agreement. Okay, so I just click I agree. And then these two, the first one is the Android Studio location. So this is the software location in your computer. And then this one is your Android SDK location. So I already make a note on this one. So these two. So for summary, this is your Java JDK location. This is your Android Studio software location. And then this is your Android SDK location. So this one is hidden on your computer. And then this two is visible. So this one is hidden unless you unhidden it. And maybe this one is for your computer. This one is user. And then this one is your username. Maybe your name is Jason. So users, Jason, app data, local, Android, SDK. So this is your Android SDK location. So go back to this one, installation. I just click next. Install. So it takes some time to fully install this one. So I will just fast forward here. So the process completed. So I just click next. And then I just start Android Studio. So either this one, you just choose one. I choose this IntelliJ. So I just press next. So this is just a user interface theme. Next. So it takes about half an hour to 1 hour to download all these components. So I will just click finish now. Before you importing this Android Studio project, you will need to configure the SDK manager. So first you go to this configure and then press this button. Note that don't confuse about this screen with the previous screen. So this is the first screen I see. So configure. Press this one and then SDK manager. So I just minimize this one. So this is our screen of Android SDK manager. So now I just minimize all these. So before I give you a big picture, let's see what is the Android version available in the history. So we have this Cupcake, which is 1.5. So this is Android version 1.5 for Cupcake. Donut, Android 1.6. And Android Marshmallow, which is Android 6.0. So you will see here the Android SDK manager. So what are you going to install? So first I will encourage you to install all these four. But previously while we install the Android Studio, all these you have installed. So as shown here, so this is a status, show that it is already installed. So these tools, the second one, I will encourage you to install also. So I just check this one. So the third one, the newest Android. So I will encourage you to install only SDK platform and its Google APIs. And together with this one, sources for Android SDK. So others are just secondary. So I will maximize this one. Maximize a bit. So this is Android 6.0. And in the later years, maybe the Android version will keep up increasing. So the same step also, you just need to tick this one, and this one. So Android 5.1.1 API 22. So SDK platform, Google APIs, sources for Android SDK. So this one also. So I will encourage you to install all these extras. So after that, you just click this button, install these packages. So remember, this API 23 is equivalent to Android 6.0 or Android Marshmallow as shown here. So others, you just check it yourself on this Wikipedia here. And so now I will just press this button and accept all these licenses and click install. The installation may take hours depending on your internet speed. So that's it. So after you downloaded the source code, you will need to unzip it. So this is my source code. You just right click and then extract here. So now my source code is here. So this is an Android Studio project. So you need to press this one. So I just right click, copy, and then go back to my Android Studio. So back, and then open an existing Android Studio project. So not all this, but this one. So I just press this one, and then I just paste Ctrl V and press enter. So you just close this one. So you will see around 100 errors on this Android Studio. So don't worry about that. You just go to File and then go to Settings first, and then go to this Build Execution Deployment section here. So I click this one, Build Tools, Gradle. So you just make sure you check this one, and you can see that your Gradle home URL is this one. So I will just copy this one, copy and paste on my notepad here. So this is your Gradle URL. So I'm using Gradle 2.4. So I just copy this one, Ctrl C, and then I press Win E for this PC, and then I just paste here. Ctrl V for paste, and then enter. So this is your Gradle URL, and then you can just go back here. So in this Gradle folder, you will see I'm using Gradle version 2.4. Maybe yours is different, but never mind. I already attached a Gradle 2.4 documentation for you all, so don't worry about that. And after you downloaded the Gradle documentation, you just extract it, and then you just put inside here. So, and then you will have this one. So after this, you point it to the Gradle version 2.4 by pressing this browse button, and then search for this path, and then press OK. So after that, you already pointed to the correct path. Then you just go to this project structure, go to project, and then you just type this one 2.4 for Gradle 2.4, and then this one, note that this one is 1.2.0. So for this Gradle version, the associate Android plugin version is 1.2.0. Okay, so you just press OK. So you have compilation error again, but don't worry. So note that this one number 21, it means you have this compilation error of SDK. So you need to change your compile SDK version to 21. So I just go to this project here, and then I go to project, and then I search for this hopping bird. I click this one, I click this one add, and I press this build.gradle. So don't click this one, but click this one. So you need to go to the right path. So you go to project, hopping bird, app, and then build.gradle. So I just double click this one. So you need to change this compile SDK version to 21. So 21. And then this one targeted SDK version 21. And then you just press this sync now button. So I just press sync now. So as you can see here, so you just scroll down to the bottom and see. So now we have 0 errors. The next step we need to do is go to build, and then we clean the project. So we scroll down to the bottom again to check whether it has errors or not. Yes, there is no errors. So we have 0 errors for this source code. That's it. Thank you. Next, I will advise you to just close this project and restart again. So I just go to File, Close Project. And then you click this again to restart. So as shown here, we just scroll to the bottom. No compilation errors. That means that's okay with this source code. Now I will close this too. So to give you a very brief introduction of this source code, so just click this one, project, and then hover to this one, project, and click this project. So there are 2 parts here. One is a source code, hopping bird. The other one is external libraries. So you no need to bother this one. Now I click here, hopping bird. And in order to reskin this app, you will need to edit this section only. So don't bother about others. So only these sections. So take note of that. Now I just click here again. You will need to change these 2, this one and this one. So don't bother about these 2. So just this one and this one. So don't confuse about this one and this one. So now I click here again. SRC is stand for source code. So I click here now. So this is a main file which consists of this 4 section here. So this is a game assets which you will need to reskin the game character. So the bird character you need to reskin to your game character. So this one levels, you need to change this file here, tile set, and you need to change the menu graphics. And you need to also change the sounds in .mp3 and this Java. You need to change the package name as well as Google AdMob ID and others. So this resources directory. So all these 5 are your mobile icon. And then this one, raw, is your sound files in .ogg as compared to this one. This sounds file is .mp3. This raw is .ogg. And then these values, you need to change app name, which appears just below the app icon on your smartphone. Meaning, if you downloaded an app from the Google Play Store, so that app icon, the name which appear below the app icon is the name here. And then this one, build.gradle, you also need to change this one. So that's it. This is a very brief introduction of the anatomy of the source code. I will see you in the next video. In order to deploy your mobile app to more devices, you need to configure your SDK manager. So now you go to this Tools, Android, and then SDK manager. So you press this one, launch the standalone SDK manager. When you press this one, this screen will appear. So as you notice, there are numbers of Android version here. So the highest is API 23, which equals to Android 6.0. So maybe in the future times, there will be higher Android version in the market. Make sure you install the packages for the higher Android version. So the SDK platform, Google APIs, and sources for Android SDK. Make sure the status is show install. Now go back to your Android Studio and press this build.gradle. So I double click this one. And then I change the compile SDK version to 23. And also this one, target SDK version to 23. So I changed to 23 because according to here, the API, the highest API is 23 or equivalent to Android 6.0. So I go back to Android Studio again, and then I press this one, sync now link. So this is important in order to deploy your mobile app to more devices. Next, you need to change this package name to your package name. So this one is my package name. So before I choose a package name, I need to make sure no one has taken my package name on the Google Play Store. So now I'm go to the web browser the Firefox, and then I go to this Google Play Store here, and then let's say I click this one, and then it will redirect to here. So obviously this is a package name by EA company, which is not available to you. And then this one here is my package name. So you need to choose a unique package name in which no one has taken. So for example, I just add another number, means I want to create another version of my mobile app. So I just choose the number 2, and then this one is my package name. So I just copy the whole URL, Ctrl C, copy, and then I just paste here. So Ctrl V, paste, and then enter. So this one meaning the requested URL was not found on the Google Play Store server. So this is a package name that you want. Let's say this is a package name that you want. So I just highlight here, and then I just Ctrl C for copy, and then go back to Android Studio, and then I just paste here. So Ctrl V for paste, and then I just hit this Sync Now link. Next, I will go to File, and then Project Structure, and then go to this app here, Flavors, and note that you also can just maximize a bit this one. So make sure the app ID is the same as here. So the next thing you want to do is the version code. So you write it as 1, and then this one 1.0. So let's say maybe next time you want to upgrade your mobile app, so this version code will be 2, and then this one version name will be 1.1. So third upgrade 3, this one 1.2, and then maybe you have a major upgrade, so this one 4, and then this one 2.0, and then the fifth upgrade 5, 2.1, so on and so forth. But for now, we just use the 1, and then this one 1.0. So I just press OK, and then the version code and version name will appear here also. Next, you need to change the package name in the Java section. So I just double click this one, and then I need to change this package name to this package name that I want. So I just go here, and then I press this setting button, and then I uncheck this one, compact empty middle packages, and then I need to just right click this one, and then refactor, and then you go to rename, and then you rename the package. So this is the last part of your package name. So I just choose this one, I type this one, Adventure World. So make sure the spelling is correct, Adventure World, So refactor, and then I just press this one, do refactor. So for the same step also, so this BOW, right click, refactor, rename package. So this one is LEPS. So refactor, do refactor, and then the same also, this one, right click, refactor, rename package, apps WAV. So refactor, do refactor, we have done for our package name. Next, we need to change the app name on smartphone. So this is my smartphone. So let's say this is the app you created and downloaded from the Google Play Store. So this will be your app name on smartphone. So we need to change this one in Android Studio. So this is, where do I change? I just go to values and then strings.xml. So you just change your name here, Labs Adventure. So that's it for this video. Thank you. Before we skin this app, I want to tell you that this path is actually an Android Studio. So whatever update here, it will also appear on Android Studio. So this is my left side. So on my right side, it is images file from graphicriver.net. So I assume you already have an idea on what mobile app you want to make. So now I go to this left side here. I find the game character path. So I double click this one, add, and then go to source code here, src, main, assets, game, bird. So I will suggest you to do these two files, this one and this one. So I just press a delete button on my keyboard, delete. So you will notice that there are around 20 items that you will need to reskin. Fly 0 until fly 3. And the run character, run 0 until run 15. So on my right side here, so I will choose this one, this jump up as my fly character. Run until run 8 is my running character. So run 0 until run 15, there are about 16 character. So this one, run 1 until run 8, I will just times 2 and then get the repeated animation. So this fly up, I will make the same, fly from fly 0 to fly 3. But notice that this dimension, fly 0, I just right click here and then go to properties, details, and then you will notice that the dimension is 111. But here, which the images found from graphicriver.net, I right click here, properties, details, So the dimension is 176. I need to change this character, the height, to 111. So I will need to use Photoshop to do this. So I just close this one, and then I drag all of these images into Photoshop. So now I go to this jump-up.png. So I just press alternate Control I on my Photoshop. So I set the height as 111. So make sure you check this one to make the dimension looks good, and then you press OK. But I need to change this one to 111, and then I press OK. The next one, run 1. So also the same, I just press alternate Control I, and then set my dimension as 111, and then OK. So the rest are the same. So remember, after you edit all this, you need to save it. So you just press Ctrl S to save it. So whatever you save on this Photoshop, it will also save here. So notice that this one already small compared to all these. So I just stop here. The process are the same. So the next step is to rename the files. So I just copy this one, paste. So this one I just rename as fly 0, and then I press the tab button on my keyboard for faster renaming. Fly 1 tab, fly 2 tab, fly 3. Enter. So this one will be my run 0. So I just press here F2 for faster renaming. Run 0 tab, run 1, run 2, run 3, run 4, run 5, run 6, run 7. So I just copy here again from here, and then I press a shift button, and with my mouse left click, so I just choose these 8 images. So Ctrl C, copy, and then I just click here, Ctrl V. So this is another 8 images. So I just maximize this one. Run 8, run 9, run 10, run 11, run 12, run 13, run 14, run 15. So I will minimize this again, and then here, So I just copy all this and drag here. So I just press Ctrl A and then I just drag here. So replace the files in the destination. So that's it. You already reskin the game character. Thank you. Before you reskin other images, I would advise you to just make a copy of the images you just reskin. So I just press Ctrl A here, copy, and then I paste here. So this is to keep organized so that you will know which images you haven't reskinned. So I just make a folder called game. So game, bird, and then here is images. So now I go back again. So this is a background I found on the internet. You can search also on graphicriver.net. So this is a Android Studio path. I go back again. So this is the background that you need to reskin. So I just drag this one into the Photoshop. And remember, whatever changes you make here, you make on the Photoshop, will also make changes on the Android Studio. So keep in mind on that. So now, I just drag the cave, the background, to the Photoshop again. So I drag here, here. So I just press this button and then I just maximize it a bit. So and then I hit the enter button. This image might be too bright for the gameplay. So maybe you can just apply some brightness here. So I just click this layer and then I choose this brightness button. Brightness / contrast. And then use legacy. And then I apply some brightness here. So I just make it as 30. Minimize it, and then actually you can turn off and on to see the results. So I just turn off this one, turn on, turn off, turn on. So you can turn off all trees and then to see the changes. So I turn on this one, turn on this one, and then if I feel comfortable, I will just save these images. So just press Ctrl+Shift+S and then choose PNG and then you just save. Replace it, yes, okay. So we look at the file again. So already substituted. And then you need to copy this one also. So I just press copy. And then go back to this menu folder here. And then you need to replace this one with these images. So I just Ctrl V. So I need to rename it. Rename this one as menu_BG. So I just delete this one. Rename this one So that's it for reskinning this background. I will see you in the next video. Thank you. In order to change a game font, for example, the game title, so I just drag this one into Photoshop. So I just press this one, T for text, and then I just write some text here. So for example, Labs Adventure World. Obviously, this text is not nice looking, so you'll need some help from the internet, and maybe you can apply some very cool text. For example, this site cooltext.com, and then you hover to these fonts here and then choose top 100. So I will just download this font here. Download. Because I already downloaded this one, I just press cancel. So this font is here now. I already extracted here. So I just press this one. And then I double click this one. So note that this is a TTF file, .ttf. So I just double click this one and press install. So as you can notice here, this font name is 3Dumb. So it will appear here. So just scroll up a bit and then you'll find this one. So this one, I just press this one. So the text change. So this may help you greatly on the appearance of a game font. So make use of this site. This is a very useful site to change your game font. So besides that, you also can download some free Photoshop styles on the internet. So this is the styles I have on my Photoshop. So you can just search on Google free Photoshop styles. So maybe for this example, I just right click this one. And then here, you can download a lot of these Photoshop styles. And then after you downloaded these files, you search for these .asl files. And then you drag it here. So you can actually drag those files here and then make some changes. So for example, this one, I just press a nice looking font here. No, style here. This is styles. And then this is fonts. So you can make some changes as you wish. So this is my design. After you're feeling comfortable with your design, you can just copy and paste and replace this file. So just Ctrl C for copy, Ctrl V here, replace. So basically, you can also reskin all these fonts if you want. So as well as this one, if you are not happy with this one, all this, you can always change the fonts if you want it. So that's it for game fonts. I will see you in the next video. In order to change the game tile set, you go to Assets here, and then you go to Levels, and then you scroll to the bottom and find this tileset.png. So I just drag this one into my Photoshop, and then you will notice that there's a grid shown here. So how to do this? You just go to View, Show, Grid. So make sure this is checked. Another thing, you need to edit the preferences also. So you go to Edit, and then you find these preferences. So if you cannot find these preferences, so you just click this one, and then you will find it. So Preferences, and then you go to Guides, Grid, and Slices. So I click this one. So you need to set this one grid line every 80 pixels. Subdivisions 4. So just press OK, and then you will see the screen here. So in order to maximize this a bit, you just press Ctrl 0 to fit it to the screen. So I already pressed this Ctrl plus 0. So now I will just I want to delete this one. So I already have a very good looking platform. So I just drag this one into here. So this is my newly added image. So just press this one. This is a move tool. Press this one, place, and then it go here. So you will just need to copy this layer. So I right click, duplicate layer, press OK. So I need to uncheck this one, and then I choose this layer, and then I delete. So how to delete? You just choose this button here, select button, and then you just press delete on the keyboard. So show this one also. So because this is the same image, you choose this one, press this one, move here, and then you press the enter button. So next, you just click again this one to deselect, and then here is your brand new tile set. So you can use the method I shown here to further change all these images if you want. In addition, you also can choose this option here, View, Snap. So if you choose this option, you can easily move your object to the certain dimensions. So just go to View and check this option here. So this is my tile set. I already changed it to a better appearance. So this one, I will just copy this one, copy and paste into here. So Ctrl C, copy, Ctrl V here. So we'll place the file in the destination. So there are other images that we need to change. So we go to this game here. So these two, we need to change it. So how to do that? We just drag this one, cherry, drag to Photoshop, like that, not like this, like that. And then you just press Ctrl 0 to fit the screen. And then here's my high resolution image. I drag this one to here. So and then I make some adjustment by pressing this move button, place, and then I adjust the dimension to fit these images. So Ctrl Shift S, and then I save it here. So this is my cherry. So I will repeat this method here. So this is a score, which I change from this one to this one, and later I will just copy and paste here. So now I do the copy and paste. So the other images that need to change is on the menu directory. So same method, change this one, and this one. So I already changed here, lips, bird, and the help. So note that this one is transparent. So how to do transparent? Drag this one to here, and then I just press Ctrl A, delete, and then Ctrl Shift S to save it. So I just save it here. And then this one bird. So this one you need to make some adjustment so that it won't so center at it. You need to just make it left a bit. So I just make the copy and paste. Copy. And then I paste here. So that's it for this video. I will see you in the next video. Thank you. In order to make your app icon, I will advise you to use only larger pixel of your app icon. So I'm on my Photoshop now. Just press Ctrl N to create a new document. Now I set the width as 1024 and the height also as 1024. So I press OK. And I will also recommend you to use .eps file, which you need to open it on your Adobe Illustrator software. So this game character, if you use .eps file, you can actually drag this file into Photoshop. So as usual, I just press this button and then I maximize it a bit. Note that by using a .eps file, your image won't be so blurry. So I just hit the enter button now. And if you want to edit this picture, you just right click here and then choose rasterize layer. So after that, you can just edit this one. Say if I want to delete this portion here, so I just press the delete button on my keyboard and just right click, deselect. I can also drag the game background here, so I just go to my image and then drag this to here. So as usual, I just press this one, maximize it, and then press enter. But the game character is behind, so you can make it in front. So I just drag this one, put here. So after you're happy with your icon, you can save it. So now this is my icon. The pixel is 1024 times 1024. Now I will recommend you a very powerful software. So it is called Icon Slayer. So you go to Google and type this one, Icon Slayer. Then the first result is here. So you just load your image. You just load the .png image, icon.png, and then just export the icons. But before you do this, you need to set this to 0 here, smoothing, rounded corners, iOS and Android. So after you're happy with this one, you can just export the icons. So this is my icons here. I already unzip it here. So next, you will need to import this icon into Android Studio. So I just go to this path here, res. So this file, you need to insert your icons into here. So for this one, drawable. So you can always just right click here and then choose this dimension to see what is the dimension of this image. So this one is 72 times 72. So I just choose this one. Control C copy, Control V paste here. So I delete this one, delete, and then this one I rename again as icon. So the process are the same for all this. So if you successfully replace all this image, then it will appear on your Android Studio. That's it. Thank you. So you will need Google AdMob account. So you go to google.com/AdMob and then you just sign up. So I will recommend you to use different email address from your Google Play developer account. So you just sign up here. Then you will need to just go step by step Note that Essence, AdWord, and AdMob is the same account, so you better use different email from your Google Play developer account. So after you create all this, you need to key in this PIN, PIN PIN, that is delivered to your home address. So make sure you did not put any fake details. So make sure you get the PIN numbers. The PIN numbers will be sent to your home address maybe after 2 weeks or another 1 month. So you need to just input or insert the PIN to your AdMob account. So after that, say you need to log in to your AdMob account. So it is apps.admob.com. Then you need to monetize new app. So you just click the monetize new app button inside this site, and then this is a standardized AdMob ID. So these two. So this is the standard AdMob ID. So this is for banner. Banner is more advertisement inside your game app. Interstitial is a full screen apps, full screen advertisement on your game apps. So this one make more money than this one generally. So one of the tricks that many developers don't know is this refresh rate. So you need to set it to the lowest so that your advertisement can rotate very fast. So this one, make sure you make it as 30 seconds. So this one in interstitial, make it as 3 seconds. Then this one is your package name for this reference. So this is a very useful Excel file to keep you organized. So the most important thing is to just obtain this AdMob ID. Note that you no need to integrate SDK. So all is already available on the source code. So you will need to modify some code in Android Studio so that this source code is not annoying to your user. So because in this source code, when a game character hits an obstacle, the interstitial ad will appear once. You will need to modify some code here. So I'm on Android Studio now. So just go to Hoppingbird, App, SRC, Main, Java, and then you go to this main activity.java. So this is a code I will provide you here. So I will attach this file on this video as a resources. So just copy this one, public static int integer and count equals 0 semicolon. So remember this semicolon. So you just copy this one and then you just put here right below this public static main activity app semicolon. So this is a 1 and the other one is at the bottom here. So it's here. So you will need to copy this code here and then you put here. Remember to paste carefully. And what the number 3 means. So the number 3 means when the game character hits an obstacle the 4th time, interstitial ad will appear once. So if you change this number to 4, so the 5th time the ad will appear. So on and so forth. So make sure you copy correctly in this main activity.java. So that's it. Thank you. Before you generate your APK, I will advise you to clean your project first. So after you clean your project, I also suggest you to close the project by going to File and then Close Project. So after you close project, you restart this project again. So make sure you have no compilation error also. So you scroll to the bottom here and check whether it has error or not. So for this code, it has 0 compilation errors. So after I'm satisfied with my app, I will just generate Sign APK by going to Build, Generate Sign APK. So you will need to choose or create a new key store. So I just press this one, create new, and then I just copy this path here. So this is my path, user, users, user. So this would be your username, desktop, keystore.jks. So I just copy this one, copy, and then go back to my Android Studio here, and I just paste Ctrl V. So the password And this alias, I just put my website here. The password I put same as here. And then I put my first name and last name. So, and then press OK. So I just remember password. Next. So before this screen, your screen may appear a master password. So just key in the same password as before. So after this APK destination folder will be on this path. So this is a path. So this is a folder. So the APK will be stored here on this folder. So you choose release, not debug, and then you click finish. So the generated APK will be app-release.apk. So I just click finish. So the generation process may take about 1 to 2 minutes depending on the size of your mobile app. So just be patient. Finally, you will see this window here. So just press this one, show in Explorer. So here is your APK file here. So actually I already generated it here. So after you generate your APK, you will need to rename it. So I will suggest you to keep your APK file organized by naming your app to this Labs Adventure World. So this is your name of your mobile app. This YYYY is the years, M for month, D for day. So the next thing you will need to consider is this. So if your APK already uploaded to Google Play Store and you want to update your APK for the first time, do this on your Android Studio before generate signed APK. So first you go to File, Project Structure, App, Flavors. So as shown here, so I go to File, Project Structure, go to App here, Flavors, and update these two. So the version code will be 2 and the version name will be 1.1. So this one 2, this one 1.1. And then finally, you just press OK. So after you press OK, then only you generate your signed APK again. Okay, that's it for generation of APK. Thank you.
Yeah.